Hi everyone, I'm Thelma and my channel is Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Welcome back, welcome if you're new. Today I have several DIYs from the Dollar Tree that I want to share with you, and this I'm going to call it bonus day because this is Saturday that I'm doing this, but it will air tomorrow on Sunday. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let me turn the camera down so you can see. Okay, I tried to do this with a paintbrush and it was still kind of damp, but all you have to do is get one of these, this from the Dollar Tree, and it had some foam flowers on it right here. Just pull them off, and then the little piece that's glued to it, pull that off too. Get some sandpaper and sand it down just a little bit, and then set that off to the side. And now I have a excuse me, a real good paintbrush, and I'm using Waverly Chalk Ballot Slippers paint. Let me get it off. Well, I'll be right back. Let me get this off. Okay, I'm back. I had to take my scissors and beat around the edges. But anyway, I'm going to use what's in here from where I shook it up. And just, what you need to do is paint the top, the sides, and on the insides too. Yeah, that's going on a lot better than if you could see this real faint pink, how the regular paint. So you have to use chalk on this or prime it first because it's real shiny. And just put a good coat on, going all the way around. And don't forget to do the sides and the inside too. Okay, after this is dried, set it aside for a second and take this and set it on top. Now I printed this off of Pinterest.com. You might be able to find something off of thefairygarden.com or any other free clip art. Just measure it evenly. And just take a pen or pencil. Now you can Mod Podge, glue, or use school glue. I'm using this type of glue. We're doing is making a picture, and you can do this with picture frames too. Just measure take the glass out, measure the glass to it. Just make sure it's even. Alright, now get your whatever glue you're using. Mine fell out, but that's okay. There. Looks like I'm out, so I am going to use my glue gun. Alright. It was caught on something. Make sure you have some glue sticks if you're using your glue gun. And all I'm doing is just putting a little, because you don't want a glob of it. There. Just having trouble getting my stick in there. Just be fast if you use your glue gun. And be careful. You don't want to burn yourself. Just even it up. Alright, now get your frame. This doesn't take any time at all, and it's got where you can hang it, and there you go. Okay, there's project 1. Okay, excuse me. Okay, for your next project, you will need one of these hearts. Just take off the string. And it'd be easy to put back on because the way if I can grab hold of it, it should just slide right through that hole. And just pull it out the other side. Or you can cut it and then put your own jute rope back in it. I'm just going to use this. Okay. Let's see. I want to keep it see how it's different color on this side the wood is. I want to go with this side, and I'm going to put some Mod Podge down. I want to use a sponge, and you're going to need some window clings. They can come from anywhere. I got these from Walmart for 98 cents. I got these, and I got the candy hearts. Anyway, you can use whatever you want, but put a fair amount of Mod Podge on, and just be quick about it because this dries fast. Just make sure you get the edges. Now, you can paint yours if you want, like a white background or pink or red, whatever. But I want to see what it looks like just being the wood. Okay, now, I'm just going to peel one off. And put it right there. And make sure you get all the bubbles out and wrinkles. And then I'm going to get one with wings to put right here. And one with a heart. Just moving up. Or if you can overlap it and then cut it off, but I didn't want to chance it because I've never done this before. Let's see. And I'm getting one more and putting right there. Now, just make sure you get all the bubbles out. Now take your Mod Podge and seal it. That way you don't have to worry about it coming off. If you see any bubbles, make sure you get them out. Make sure you get all the Mod Podge. You don't want to leave it smeared thick. I'm going to go ahead and put my string back on. That way I can hang this and let it dry. But that's all this DIY is a simple window clings. The only hard thing about it is getting this back in and getting it out. Alright, anyway, this is what it looks like. You can always put a bow on it too if you want, but I don't want to. So let me hang this up. Okay, for our next project, you will need one of these vases from the Dollar Tree. Some of these table scatter. They're the new ones that came out this year. They're like little gemstones, red and white. And then some of this pink heart table scatter, and I have red. And if you can't find these, just double up on these, or get you the packs that's in the Crafter Square, where you can get the clear diamonds, the red rubies, and the blue ones, sapphires. Just get some of the clear and get some of the rubies to substitute these if you don't have them. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to layer the vase, or vase, however you call it. Let's see, I'm going to put the red down first. Let's see how this looks with the red, then the pink, Okay, now let's just mix these in. You can put these all in a bow and mix them up too if you want. And if you want, you can get one of the smaller vases, or you can get 2 packs each and take it all the way up to the top if you want to. Okay, first I'm going to put some roses in. Now, I don't have a lot. I couldn't find them. But I have these pretty pink ones. Just stick them down in there, and if you have to, bend it up like that. And stick that down right down in there. Spread these out. Now I'm going to put the pink ones in. Do the same thing with the stem. Now there's another way you can do this too. You can put one of them foam, flower foams, cut it down and put it down here to about right there, 3 inches, and then get you some burlap or plain ribbon and wrap it around it and glue it. Glue the ribbon, not the ribbon to the vase, just glue it to where it stays and covers up that foam, and then start filling in. I just thought of that. Now just arrange your flowers as you go. Let's see, I have these cute little, they're called glitter berries. I'm going to put the pink ones in, or this, it's like a mauve-ish looking color, real pretty and shiny. Just go ahead and spread them apart, because they do have a tendency to wrap the berries around each other. Now, okay, you don't want to bend this up. Just put it down in there. Rearrange your berries, because you want to be able to see them. You don't want them to all be cluttered on the inside. Now, I did pick up some greenery. Let me see which ones I want to put in here. I'm going to stick some right down in there and bring them out. I don't work with greenery a lot, but I'm starting to this year. I think that's looking good. Let me know what you think. That's hanging out there quite a bit. Now, I have some baby breath. It's just plain baby breath. Get a stem of it, and now don't bend this back either. Just stick it down in there, and as you're pushing it in, start arranging your baby breath, because they have a tendency to stick together too. Now once you have it arranged, just shove that baby breath all the way down in there. Okay, there's this. Now, you can keep arranging as you go. That's all I'm thinking of putting some greenery with this. I don't remember the name of it. And it doesn't need to be bent here either. It's short enough. Now just turn them, find the end of it, and turn it around to where it flops that way. Because you don't want them to all go the same direction. Okay, now I want to get some ribbon and show y'all how to make a bow to put on this. Okay, first I was lucky and found this from last year's stash that I had. I couldn't find any ribbon at all for Valentine's Day, and so I'm using what I had last year, some of Christmas, like this. I use that, and then there's this, because it blends. And anyway, let me show you how to do this. Let's get a ruler. Here it is. I'm sitting it here where you can see. Making sure. Okay. Take your ribbon. And we're not going to do a real big bow because that would like overpower the flower arrangement. It's not a real big one. So we're going to start out at, let me see how 10 would do. Yeah. Let's start out at 8. Take it to the end here and just bring it over. Make sure the outside is facing down, and when you bring it up you will see it. And anyway, just wrap this a few times. All you want is 2 to 3 hoops on each side. Now I'll show you how to count. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3 on this side. Let me see that'll trick you, because right here's where we started out at. So there's 2 on this side. You don't count that one. And then there's, I'm trying to arrange this one. Then there's 1, 2 on that side. So let's just go around one more time to get 3 on each side. And just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, and then that starts over there on the other side. Now here's the hoop, the one you started from. You don't count it, but there's 1, 2, 3, and make sure on the other side. 1, 2, 3. So now you turn it around here and you cut it. Now, to make sure it's even, just do that. Now this one, just crunch it. You can either use a chenille stem, or you can use something to tie it with, like this cordon, or you can use the small narrow ribbon. You can also use, I had it, I laid it down here. It's that rope that you get from the Dollar Tree. I'm sure you can get it at other stores too, but it's just your regular rope. But I think I'm going to use this red and white. Now this came from Dollar General. Now just get you out some. And what I do is make sure you're holding it tight and right in the center. Make sure this is even. Now all you want to do is tie it into a knot, double knot it. Make sure you keep it center. So before you double knot it, let's bring it back. See how that slipped? So just bring it down some. And there you go. Now tie this into a double knot. And make sure that the piece you cut is on the bottom. And I double knot them. Okay, now lay that off to the side. Now I'm going to use some of this red and white from Christmas, and I think this can be used for a tail. Let me move this over here. I want to show you how to put tails on them too. Okay, and again, you can use whatever ribbon you have, but see, this one is not as wide as that, so that's why I chose to start off with it like that, being the first one. Okay, now we started off at 8. Now go down to 7. And again, just twist over, or loop over, I should say. Make sure it's straight. And do it to where there's 3 on each side. Okay, now let's count. 1, 2, 3 on that side. Now make sure there's 3 on this one. 1, 2, 3. And then that's the extra one right there. And then 1, 2, 3. Alright, so just cut it. And let's lay this aside. Now, make sure this is on the bottom. Make sure it's even. Crunch it. Now, just tie this right on it. Double knot. See, by doing this, it's easy to take apart if you mess up, or if you want to refurnish it and use it next year, or on the 4th of July, or it can be used any time of the year, really. Okay, so there's that. Now I am looking to see if I have another one that'll look good. All right, Let's see if this is okay. I think I'm going to use if it's small enough. Nope, too wide. And since I used red on the back, I can't use red on the top because that would kind of clash together. So let's see if I have enough. And this from the Dollar Tree. So we're going down to 6. And again, just flip it over. Now this one, it's the top. It doesn't have to have 3 on each side. Okay, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Let me make sure I have some for tails. So what I'll do, since I don't, and where's the bow at? I think this would look cute if it's wide enough. So you just measure it up, make sure. Or we can put in some, I'm just doing a quick shoestring to see if this would look good. Okay, they will. So what we're going to do is get a couple of your narrow ribbon. I have this one with the little hearts on it. And then we're going to do these little stripes right here. So what we want to do is bring some out. Make sure you don't cut your ribbon. Okay, now let's just make a nice shoestring. I'm not real good at them, but I get the job done. Just make sure you flip it to where the hearts are showing on the outside. If y'all know a trick about doing these shoestring better than how I do it, please give me instructions or a tip, because I'm really not good at it. Okay, now that I have it, let's make sure that it's even on both sides. There. And how I guess you do that on these is just bring them up on top like you would the other ones. Okay, now okay, there's one. Now I'm going to use this. I figure this will blend because of the stripes. See, I mess up and get flustered, I call it. Okay, now, I guess pull it and it tightens it up. And then bring it together to see if it's even. Trying to pull it down some to make that longer. And let me know if I'm doing this right. You know, the way I'm doing it. Okay, now that needs to be at an angle. Let me do the other one at an angle. And okay, I already did. And now let's see, tie it on. I think it turned out cute. Let me know what you think. The little shoestring bow here, I really think it turned out cute. But if you see that I'm doing it wrong, just leave it in a comment. And then I guess I just flip this over. Okay, now this ain't tight. Okay. See, this one's too big, so I guess I pulled that one. Okay, now tie it in. I'm sorry if I'm boring you, but please bear with me. I'm trying to make it fun and learn at the same time while I'm showing you. Okay, I'm going to double dot this one, and then I'm going to make a little bow out of it. And I'm going to double knot the little bow. Okay, this is what they look like, the little shoestring. Now, let me show you them, and I'm gonna put some tails on here. Let's see. Don't need them big. Let's see if I have one here already. Nope, I want them a little bit longer than that. Okay, so let me just take them off and play around with it and see how long we want our tails. See how big? That's a small bow. But if you pull this open down the center, stick this in there, and then I come out on the other side. Like that. Now, make sure we get all the bows and everything out of the way. You don't want to tie them up and make them. Okay. Come through on this side where this one is. Make sure you have 3 hoops on each side. Like that. And then you get this, stick it down in there. Alright, now just watch your little bows here. Now I'm making this bow up as I'm going along. Make sure there. Now take it and tie it. Alright. There we go on that one. Now let's go ahead and do this one. Let me see. Just move all the tails again out of the way. And do the same thing that we did with the red one. Okay. Let's see, where are you knotted at? Okay, it's going down this way. So what we do is bring this one this way, move the little tails out of the way. All you're doing is tying it right through the hoop where the bow is going to fluff, and tie it tight. Okay, now first take your, well, mine's the red, take it and match it up wire to wire, and at the wired edge go up, and that makes your little V. And you do the same thing to the other one, but just do it just a little bit longer or shorter. Depends on how long you did the other one. Okay, now let's do the same thing here. Make sure the top is facing the front. Alright, now this is how you arrange the top. If any's going to where you can see the back of it, just go up real close to the bow and twist it the way you want it. Okay, first let's start by fluffing the one in the back. Just twist and fluff. Now, twist and fluff. Now do the other side. Make sure you're grabbing hold of the right one. Twist and fluff. And then, now you can make your bows bigger too. Instead of starting off at like 8, you can start off at 10 or 12. Then work your way down in size. And you can put like 3 to 4 different ribbons on it to make a real big fluffy bow. Let me know if you want me to get some ribbon and show you how to make one of them like that. I'll be more than happy to. Now, twist and fluff these. Okay, now the other side. Really, this is so thick. This ribbon that I bought from Walmart, the red and white here, it almost fluffs itself. Alright, now, make sure you have the tails going down the way you want them, you know, at the bottom of the bow. And then, excuse me. Okay, it's a different. So let's get some more of this rope. Let me see. We're getting ready to put it on the flower vase. Okay, I'm gonna use this to tie it on with. All we gotta do is take this and put it through some of the flower stems. Do it on this side where you want it to, where you want the bow. And then make sure you have the bow the way you want the tails to go. Now, take it, bring this ribbon, or you can use the rope if you want. Just go around the bottom, bring it out in between the tails, and right in the center, because you don't want to squash anything down. Do the same on this side. Okay. Now find your end. Alright. sure you're okay. Just tie it in there, and if you want, you can do a little shoelace bow, but I'm just going to cut these up at an angle. And you don't want it to droop over the vase and be laying on the table or anything. Now, this is what it looks like so far, but you need to fluff it one more time and just make sure the bow is going this way and not this way. I'm just looking for the other side of the red to see how mine's going. That's what you do. You just twist it. Make sure all the tails are going down. It's fairly easy. Now just do your little fluffing and rearrange. Fluff those little shoelace. And if any of them are backwards, just reach in there and twist it to where it's on the front. Okay, let me get a look at this and see if I like it. Okay. I mean, sometimes it takes a while fluffing, but the more you do it, the easier it'll get. I love making bows. Let me know if anyone else, if you like making bows. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay, and here it is. Let's see what I mean. You can just constantly look at it and see something else on the bow that you want to fluff. Again, like I said, you can use any pattern. You can get your ribbon from anywhere. And again, use any pattern, and it could be solid, it could be striped, checked, but you want them all fluffy. Alright, well, this is it. I hope you enjoyed these, I see, 4 DIYs, and that's it. Alright, thank you all for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you like today's DIY and haven't already, click that like button. That'll really help my channel grow. And subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell right next to subscribe. That way it'll notify you each time I do an upload, and you won't miss any of my future DIYs or hauls. And I do some vlogs, not vlogs. And every now and then I do some learn how to apply makeup with me. And I'm not saying I'm learning too as I go along. So that's why I come up with learn how to apply. we're learning together. So if you have any tips on any of the crafting or anything, just let me know. Alright, I want to thank y'all again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.